Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Chronicle of Innsmouth, Mountains of Madness. Yeah, it's been a week since the last episode, sorry about that. I wanted my newest My Thoughts on video done and uploaded, so I committed my time on that. Plus I was gone for a little while. But anyway, in the last episode we discovered a mysterious symbol at the crime scene in the slums, and learned from Blanko that it belonged to the deceased mysterious philanthropist Ephraim Waite, who may have been involved with the occult or even a cult. We learned what we could about him. We even paid a visit to this very gloomy graveyard that he helped to fund. Now though, we're about to enter the Arkham Asylum to meet the Joker, Daniel Upton, and see if he can put some light to our case. So, without further ado, let's continue with the rest of the game and enter the asylum. But let's talk to the doorman, I suppose. Okay, so then name's Lone Carter, I'm expected. What do you know about Innsmouth? Well, let's say this first.
What do you know about Innsmouth?
I know my brother-in-law lost his job for refusing to make deliveries there, and he was a hard worker. Now, he and my sister can't even make ends meet, what with their 3 children and all.
I see.
Oh yeah,
Sorry
we heard
to hear
this.
that.
We heard this last time, okay, never mind. Well, anyway, so we are Lone Carter.
Name's Lone Carter. I'm expected.
Let me just look you up. Ah, here you are. You are cleared to enter.
Thanks a lot. Good job. I hope everything turns out okay for your brother-in-law.
Yeah, let's hope so indeed. Okay, let's go in.
Good morning. Lone Carter?
Yes? How'd you know who I am?
William's description was accurate to the letter.
I see.
My William has a great gift for descriptive writing. Even way before I met him, I already felt I loved him. His stories are splendid. They deserve better than to appear in those cheap tabloids.
I'm here to see someone, Rose. It's a matter of some urgency.
Sure, you will find Upton in the last room in the corridor to your left. We can't allow you into the room, though. Please speak to him through the bolt hole. He can become quite violent.
Okay. Tell me about Upton. Tell me about the man they tracked away. Tell me about the other patients. Well, tell me about the man that they tracked away earlier in the last episode.
Tell me about the man they dragged away.
All I know is that he came from Innsmouth and has been incarcerated since before I worked here. He always tries to escape.
I've noticed.
But he couldn't be on the loose. He can be very, very aggressive. His walks are always overseen by maximum security guards. But all too often they end up as you saw here today.
Thanks, Rose.
Okay, if I recall correctly, he said something about the sea, how he wants to go to the sea, and because he is from Innsmouth, yeah, it makes sense why he would want to go to the sea. Well, tell me about Upton.
Tell me about Upton.
There's not much to say. He pleaded insanity after the murder, and for good reason. He spent all his time since then babbling and drawing odd symbols, like this one.
Thanks, Rose. Anything else?
I can tell you that he has a wife and daughter, but they've never come to visit him. William has visited him before, but not even he stops by much lately. Anyway, he speaks only in groans. He eats little. I don't know how to help you any further, Lone.
Thanks all the same, Rose.
Yeah, thanks for
Same
that.
symbol that was drawn on the victim's door, just like William told me.
Okay, so it's the same symbol. Okay, do you remember anything else about Upton? Well, might as well ask.
Do you remember
ask.
anything else about Upton?
I don't know how to help you any further, Lone. He speaks only in groans. He eats little.
Thanks all the same, Rose.
Okay. How about the other patients?
Tell me about the other patients.
There is little to say, Lone. Once you get used to the hellish moans, it's a pretty quiet job. These poor people probably don't even know where they are. As much as we can, our duty is to try to give them a dignified life.
Yeah, right.
What?
That sounds right, I said. That sounds about right.
Okay, well, later, Rose.
Later, Rose.
Bye, Lone. Give my regards to William when you see him.
Sure.
Yeah, we do that. Nothing to interact here. So, Upton is over here, to the corridor on our left. And it was the last door, if I recall. Nothing interesting there. Cabinet.
It says uniforms.
Lone, please don't open it. That's staff access only.
Yeah, okay, I figured. Okay, something tells me that we have to infiltrate in here at some point, and then pretend to be one of the staff. That's my wild guess. That what we have to do in the future at some point. But okay, so Upton is in here, I suppose. Well, there's some strange symbols, all right. Where's Upton? There he is. I knew he would do that.
What a fright.
Well, it wasn't that bad of a jump scare, really.
I can see the inside of the cell. There are strange symbols drawn on the walls.
Okay, Daniel Upton.
Daniel Upton?
Okay. I read about you.
I read about you. Did you kill that man? What was his name? Slow down. Take a deep breath.
Okay, can we? There was an option to show Ephraim Waite's photo to him, or I think that's what it read, but it's not here anymore. I can only imagine how hard it is to not be with your wife and daughter. Okay, there we go. Well, let's say this first. Let's show him some sympathy.
I can only imagine how hard it is to not be with your wife and daughter.
I think he said Lucy there. Okay, so let's show him the photo.
Wait, what did you just say?
He said Edward. Edward Derby.
Did you just say Edward Derby?
It had to be done. It had to be done. He is not that grave. He was just the container. Prepared to meet wickedness in its purest state. It had to be done.
Lone, what have you done?
What? Nothing. Okay, fine. So, Edward Derby. We got a name. That's good.
Get out, Lone. Please, get him sedated. He'll end up getting hurt.
Okay, fine. Jesus. Maybe we should
Edward Derby. This has got to be the name of the guy Upton murdered. The same name was on a grave at the cemetery, one restored by Ephraim, and in which he is not buried. At least not in an accessible place. He is not in his grave. It had to be done. What does that mean? Under cover of night, I will go have a look. I'll need some help with all this, though. I could recruit William. He seems to be the type to appreciate a good exhumation.
So we have to go and talk to him next. Alright. So like I was saying, maybe we should have checked out the other cells and the residents inside those before we went to Upton. Maybe I should have done that, to check out and explore every nook and cranny of this game that we can, but oh well, what's done is done. Unless we can go back.
Better not cause another scene in there today.
Okay, fine. Alright, so let's go and talk to William Blanko again. Okay, it was here.
Come in, Lone.
So what happened to Upton about Rose? Yeah, he said she sends you her regards.
It seems you know the nurse at the asylum quite well.
Yes, we have a bit of a history. She found me slightly unforgettable.
She told me to give you her best wishes.
And I gladly accept them. Quite the woman, that Rose.
Do you know of an Edward Derby by any chance?
Do you know of an Edward Derby by any chance?
No, never heard of him.
It's the name of the guy Upton killed.
How did you find this out?
Upton told me.
You managed to make him talk? But how?
I showed him a photo of Ephraim.
Interesting.
Upton said he was just a vessel, that what he did had to be done. I think there's a connection. I found Derby's grave at the cemetery. There's no trace of
Did it?
Ephraim's.
This does nothing but confirm my hypothesis.
I might need some help tonight.
Count me in, Lone. Do you have the necessary tools?
I have a shovel, but the tomb is covered by a marble slab.
Don't worry. I can bring a crowbar.
Perfect.
Hmm.
Tonight then.
Right.
Let's meet up right there.
Finally, someone who brings his own stuff or tools that we need. So we don't need to be the one to bring everything. Okay, so do we just go to the Christchurch cemetery right away, or do we wait? Or do we have to wait till it's nighttime or something? I don't feel like going to the forest again to try and find the was it a tombstone or what was it on the ground? Maybe an entrance to secret catacombs or something. Yeah, I think that we have to wait till it's nighttime, so let's go back to our own office and have a nice nap, and then wake up when it's nighttime, I suppose.
I can't think of anything else I have to do today. Maybe I should just go lie down and wait for nightfall.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Go to
Better
sleep.
rest up a little before meeting Blanko at the cemetery.
All right. So now it should be dark outside. Yes, it is. So quiet and so peaceful. Okay, so
Lone, over here.
there he
Evening,
is.
William.
Got the shovel on you?
Sure. Let's get to work.
All right, so was Derby's graves around here somewhere?
Marco Sangalo. After all, it's always the others who die.
Okay,
Martin Ottowitz. Cream cups. The most merciful thing in the world is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents.
yeah, those are the first words of the Call of Cthulhu story. But can we talk to Blanko?
William Blanko.
The groundskeeper isn't here.
The groundskeeper isn't there?
Rest assured, I've already checked. There's no one.
Okay, good to
See
hear.
you later.
Good to know. What about over here?
It says, Enea Barbeta, Ingerum imus nocte et consumimur igne.
Okay, more Latin.
Luca and Chiara. Here lies Luca and Chiara. Don't worry, they're just catching up on their slave.
Mm-hmm. And here?
Ixitus est Marcus
Yeah, more Latin.
Harmonic 79. I could have sworn that there was something written there before.
What's that? Oh my. There was something written, but it's not there anymore. No, that's spooky.
It says, Edward Derby,
There we go.
son and poet. Your spirit will always be by our side.
Okay, so there's his grave.
This is the grave of Edward Derby, and there seems to be no sign of Ephraim's.
Okay. Blanko, you come in here. Do we use the shovel here? Oh, there he comes.
Come on, William!
Almost there.
Okay. Let's see if there is a
This is
body.
quite
in
the
there.
chore. We're almost there. What a stench.
Lone, look. He has something in his hands.
Okay, so there is a body.
Daniel was right. It can't be Ephraim.
Alright. So he's holding something.
He has a damn firm grip for such an old fella. Help me, William. 1, 2, 3.
Must be due to rigor mortis, why his grip was so strong.
It looks like some sort of key, but to fit what kind of lock? We gotta put everything back as it was before we get caught. We'll figure the key out later. The last thing I want is to end up in the newspaper as a grave robber.
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, that would give my stories a huge boost in readership.
Jeez, William, stop kidding around. Done. The sun's coming up. The groundskeeper will be here soon.
Lone, shh. I hear someone coming.
Yeah, I do too. Split up. Let's meet up later at my place.
See you later, Lone. And good luck.
Alright, so we didn't go to the forest to try and look for Ephraim Waite's grave.
The sun was already rising high when Lone arrived back home after the horrible night before. The magnitude of the meaning of the night's events eluded him. Innsmouth, Ephraim, and Upton, the tomb of Derby, and the weird object found. All looked like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle to which he'd thrown away the complete box art. He fell asleep almost immediately, with these thoughts whirling in his head. I've never felt this depth of sorrow in all my life. When Father passed, well, everything changed. My mother, our poverty. Father and I shared little common ground. Perhaps we merely lacked the time to find it. But now that this has come about, a frightful tightness grips my chest. Simple respiration has become a labor. Vital oxygen seems to have lost the route on its way to my lungs. If only he were still here with me, to enlighten me, to offer guidance. Oh, grandfather. Oh, my grandfather.
Aw.
Howard, aren't you done yet? I'll be right over. It falls upon me to preserve the items of my grandfather's estate that are the most crucial.
Alright, ladies and gents, and this would be Howard Phillips Lovecraft himself. I know that because I played this part in the demo of this game that they provided during the Kickstarter campaign. This, I think, was the part that This is where the demo started, I think. Alright, it's been like... Has it been 2 years since I played the demo, so I don't remember much. What kind of books do you have, Philip?
A section of Grandfather's library devoted to the sciences. Generic novels of low regard. Treatises on anthropology. Travel chronicles and general geography. Various medical texts. Various treatises on psychology. Volumes concerning art and painting.
Okay. A cozy-looking stove.
How grandfather loved to fill my mind with stories from the 1001 Nights. I would sit astride his knee before the fireplace as he read. After one of his voyages, we installed this modern stove, and the magic of those moments decreased forever.
Howard, make a move!
Okay. Jesus. Aunt?
A portrait of my mother as a young woman. How beautiful she was then. Her eyes shine, transmitting the serenity in her soul out into the world. This would have been back from before I was even conceived.
Now that's some very flowery language that you are using there, Mr. Lovecraft. What books do you have here?
Stories by Poe and Machen.
Poe, as in Edgar Allan Poe, I take it. I don't recognize the second name.
I'll obtain one for now. One never knows.
What was it? Oh, pen. Okay.
My memory is filled to the brink with the tales of my grandfather's travels. It was always as if they vaporated directly into my imagination. Snowbound peaks, rainforests infested with every manner of danger, splendid cities where the meek are preyed upon by the scum of humanity, lurking assassins and thieves. Such places appeared vividly in my dreams. Airborne monstrosities surged toward my person, borne aloft on the membranes of bat-like wings, their long and gnarled talons clutching at me. They had no faces. Upon a command, I could steer them as I wished.
Okay.
Let's see. This globe has buttons set in many specific locales around the world. I have a vivid childhood recollection of grandfather pressing them to open an odd concealed mechanism.
Yeah.
His fingers moved too fast for my young eyes to catch. Perhaps an undiscovered clue awaits me elsewhere.
Oh yeah, I remember this part, but I don't remember the exact order or anything. Okay, well, let's leave that for now. Why is it suddenly so foggy in here? Oh, it was the lightning bug again. Yeah, I think there was a lightning bug like that in the demo as well.
I'm not done yet with this chore.
Okay, so we're not gonna go and talk to our. I believe that was his aunt. And there's a storm outside.
With such a downpour ensuing outside, a terrible storm is raging.
Okay, so we only have this pen. I believe that do we need to pick up a specific book here?
My current mood is not one for reading.
Mm-hmm.
These perk my interest. I shall peruse them at a later date. These are far beyond my field of expertise. No mere work of fiction could still my current mind. Not now!
Okay,
All things considered, I'm in remarkable physical condition.
good for you.
I feel no momentary need for these. The opportune moment to peruse these is not this one.
Okay, so I guess we don't pick up any books. Showcase, what's in here?
A showcase brimming with bric-a-brac.
Bric-a-brac, the heck is that?
I don't want to open it now.
Okay, so I have interacted with almost everything. There's a trunk here. Okay, so we can open it.
Locked!
Oh, never mind, it's locked.
Locked!
Can we pry it open with this pen?
That would achieve little.
That would achieve little, even though the text said that would serve no purpose. Have I missed anything else? I don't think so, no. No, I don't think so, no. But then again, I don't think that we opened this trunk in the demo. Okay, let's go back to the globe. Let's see if I can figure this one out.
Let's see.
Okay, so if I... Oh, I can spin it around like this, okay. If I recall correctly, I'm supposed to press the buttons that are located in countries or nations that are somehow relevant to H.P. Lovecraft stories. Like Call of Cthulhu, for instance. Like Arabia, for example, because the original author of the Necronomicon, the mad Arab Abdul al-Hasret, I think was his name, he was from Arabia. And Norway. Well, one of the sailors in Call of Cthulhu's story was a Norwegian. I think his name was... Goddammit, I forgot his name now. Johan something. Well, let's try Norway. Russia. India. United States, as in the city of Arkham, for example. As for here, Philippines, Australia. If I remember correctly, one of the stories titled The Shadow Out of Time takes the main character to the desert or wastelands of Australia. So let's try Australia. Well, nothing happened, so... Philippines? I don't think so. India, Egypt, Italy, Russia and France. I don't remember any Lovecraft stories that take place in any of these Places in Europe, or Russia, or India, or the Philippines, Egypt maybe? Okay, Arabia, at least we know that, or at least I know that Arabia and United States are the buttons that we have to press. I know that much. Possibly Norway, and possibly Australia. Oh, I'm gonna have to click them in a specific order. No, it cannot be that. It cannot be that, I don't think. I might as well try all of this. There's no other buttons anyway that I'm missing, is there? Doesn't look like it, no. Let's put this back. Okay, so let's try this. Let's do it like that. Nothing happens. Okay. There must be a hint or a clue here somewhere.
A globe of the world. A globe of the world.
Okay.
Stories by Poe and Machen. The opportune moment.
What
Volumes
books do we have
concerning
here?
art and
Art and
various
painting,
treatises,
psychology,
various medical
medical
travel
text.
chronicles, and general geography. Not now!
Okay, we can't pick any specific book from here apparently.
A section of grandfather's library devoted to the sciences.
Sciences.
Generic novels of low...
Okay, novels.
Treatises on anthropology.
Okay. There's no singular book that we're supposed to pick up from here. I guess not. How did we do this in the demo? Did we use the pen here?
That would achieve little.
Okay. Do we use the...
That would achieve little.
no, we don't use it on there.
A pen.
Okay, it's just a simple pen.
That would achieve little.
To the stove, I don't know.
That would achieve little. I don't want to open it now.
Okay, so we have to do something with that globe, I think. I haven't missed anything in this room.
Let's see.
Let's see, so... I don't see why any of these locations would be important somehow. France, Italy, Egypt, Russia, India, United States, Australia, Philippines. I have tried all of these now, I think, but nothing is happening. Maybe one of the ones that I have clicked so far is wrong. Like, let's get rid of Australia for a moment. Okay, nothing is happening. I think that Arabia and United States are correct at the very least. Let's get rid of Norway for now. And Australia, nothing is happening. Let's click that and try all of these options again. Let's try to exhaust our options here. I'm pretty sure that I was supposed to press the buttons of the nations or countries that are somehow important in Lovecraft stories. We know that United States is important because of Arkham. Arkham is in United States. In New England, to be more specific, if I recall. And Arabia, because that's where Abdul al-Hazrat is from. Or Egypt. But I'm pretty sure that it's... Well, he must be from Arabia, because why else would he be called the Mad Arab? And Norway, because one of the sailors from the Call of Cthulhu story was a Norwegian. So I'm pretty sure that this is right. And then the Australia, because the Shadow Out of Time story takes the main character to the deserts of Australia, if my memory serves. This is how we did it in the demo, I think.
A portrait of my... Let me see.
Aha, there was something there.
There seems to be something inscribed on the back. I should discover some method to disengage it from the frame. I feel no desire to lug the picture, frame and all, around with me.
Okay, do we use the pen?
Aha! This means should provoke the intended ends.
The intended ends, that's a weird way to say it.
The pen has been rendered utterly useless.
Howard! There's nothing worth anything in there.
Alright, so let's take a look at the portrait.
On the underside of the canvas lurks an enigma.
Okay. 0 or O equals 2. Okay. What the hell could that possibly mean?
It seems to point to something, but what?
What the hell could this mean? Oh, maybe that's the globe. Maybe that round circle is the globe. But this 2, could this be a book? Like book number 2 or something? Oh wait, I can see these symbols. Symbols over there. So there's a circle of some kind, a square, and a diamond.
It seems to...
Okay, so... 2. Maybe on the middle shelf?
The enigma seems to indicate this shelf. That looks like the personal journal of my grandfather. I believe I'll obtain it. During the spring of his life, he was constantly traveling. Who even knows to how many far-flung locales? Mayhap I, myself, might meander there forth someday.
The way how Lovecraft talks is very, how should I say, weird. Let's put it that way. Okay, so travel journal.
The journal of my grandfather detailing his innumerable travels. We left at the first light of dawn. We had the automaton with us. Automaton? What does that mean? We all met in the basement on the outskirts of Boston. It was almost like entering a church, long since deserted. Planted all around, a pentacle painted upon the grimy flagstones were candles, wax frozen in mid-drip. There was no point wasting time here. No answers lay here, and Paris was at least a week away.
Paris.
Our final destination within the vastness of the Arabian desert lay even further ahead. We had to make a move. There was no option but for the automaton to perform the ceremony. Just looking at it sent a shiver up my tired spine. And then it just stops right there. The journal was penned about 15 years ago. Mayhap this was all merely an outline for a fictional work. A work of vivid imagination.
Okay. Alright.
Let's see.
I see it now. Alright, so... click those away for now, and Australia as well. Okay, so we left from Boston, so United States, to Paris, in France, and to the deserts of Arabia.
I heard a click. A tiny compartment has slid open at the base. There is a key ensconced within.
Okay, nice. So, small key to the trunk, no doubt.
It fits. The trunk is now open.
Howard, are you even still there?
A multitude of books.
Great,
Without a
more
single
books.
exception, they are all very old editions. A selection thereof consisting of the rarer of occult treatises, the need for which escapes me. Wait, that's a rare and ancient printing of a book I favor greatly. I must procure it.
Procure it? You mean you must take it?
Howard, hurry up!
Shut up, Aunt. Please. The 1001. Okay.
A very old edition of the 1001 Nights. I can't wait to read it.
Okay, well, good for you. Well, do we just start reading it? I suppose so.
I've always had a soft spot for these stories. The Merchant and the Genie. Wonderful. Prince Camaralzaman. So many memories. A bookmark holds the place of a story I've never heard of. The tale of Abdul al-Hazred.
Oh my.
Faced with no
That's the
chance
mad
of
Arab.
escape, the keepers sought to ensnare one of their own. Poor Abdul needed to choose, and choose wisely. God, my head.
And then he just falls asleep. Like that. Okay. Her aunt must be very, very pissed right now. Waiting for us all this time.
Such a vivid dream. What does it mean?
Loan.
I'm coming, William.
Okay. This was...
Loan. Loan. Great news. Great news.
What?
William, slow down. What's happening?
Wilmarth got back to me. We have to go to Vermont and find some guy by the name of Ackley. From what I've learned, he may prove useful to us. It appears he may be quite the eccentric fellow. He lives like a hermit. No mail can get through, and, needless to say, he has no telephone. He could help us understand your condition better and perhaps cure it.
Okay, that's great. So Wilmarth and Vermont, those that's the character and the location from the story of the Whisperer in Darkness. Okay, so we will be going there. And Ackley, I thought maybe Ackley was the name of the old man that they just mentioned there, and also from the story, but I don't remember exactly. Anyway, what about what we found last night? How will we get there? Who is this Ackley?
Who is this Ackley?
A former Miskatonic professor of anthropology. Apparently, he left the teaching profession due to personal reasons. He seems to be something of a strange character. Going by what Wilmarth told me, he may have a dependence on certain substances.
Okay. What about what we found last night?
What about what we found last night?
We can figure all that out after we get back. I'm curious as well, but this is much more important.
Well, if you say so.
How will we get there?
I have an automobile. Don't worry.
You mean a car?
Automobile? Really? I've never ridden in one. I can't wait to give it a try.
Okay. So cars were not exactly that common back in the, I think it was it now 1928 or 29? Anyway, so what are we waiting for? Let's go.
What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Okay, and here we are. So that must be Ackley's house, I take it. But I'm actually gonna end this episode here, and in the next episode... Oh, and what I was about to say earlier there was that this is not where the demo took us after we played as Mr. H.P. Lovecraft himself. It took us to somewhere else entirely in the demo. It didn't take us back to Lone's own office. Actually, we didn't even play as Lone in the demo even once. We played as two other characters entirely. So that was a bit surprising. But anyway, so, in the next episode, well, let's go and talk to the old man Ackley and hear what he has to say. So, until then, thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Chronicle of Innsmouth, Mountains of Madness.